And now to breaking news on the city's northeast side. An all-out search underway for the man who held up a Walgreens at gunpoint. Charlie Cooper live outside the store at Nacogdoches and O'Connor. And Charlie, what have police told you so far about this?
Good morning, Sarah. For 2 hours, police had this area sealed off, and now this Walgreens is completely closed as they investigate exactly what happened here. They say that surveillance video as well as witness accounts will be key in figuring out these details and finding out who this man was. But what they were able to tell me is that around 4 this morning, a young black male walked into the store with his face covered up and demanding money from the clerk at gunpoint. Now, when he finally got what he wanted, he ran off and actually drove towards 35 and with that money. But the thing is, this store actually does keep surveillance and does keep track of that money, a tracking device on that money. But it seems as though that man was able to get rid of that tracking device. Luckily, there were people in the store as this happened, but luckily everyone was able to get out safely and unharmed. Police are still in there right now investigating and looking at that surveillance video. Back to you.
Thank you, Charlie.